I'm Sam McAlpin with Alabama Grapevine. I'm here today with Brandon Wade Haygood of Deka Motors in beautiful Rainsville, Alabama. Brandon, thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming, Sam.
Heck yeah. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Doing good, my friend. Doing good. So first off, let's start with what is Deka Motors?
It's actually an in-house financing car lot, as we used to always call it, the buy here, pay here, which everybody gets just scared when you say that now. The difference with us is we offer a 60-day motor and transmission warranty on the cars. And we also give away the oil changes every 4 months as needed. We're just a lot better quality vehicles and a lot better customer service is the best way of putting it.
Now you mentioned it, so we'll bring it up. Sometimes car lots do get kind of a bad rep. Why is that, and what have y'all done to change that?
The bad rep is just not taking care of the cars. I don't know everything wrong with these cars or what could happen, but I try to handle the problems as they come as efficiently as possible and best as possible for both sides, the car lot as well as the customer.
That's awesome, my friend. So what is your position here and how did you get it?
Kind of a little bit of everything here. I'm the automobile purchaser, from the salesperson to the manager, cleanup guy. If it needs to be done, it gets done here. I've just known the owners here. I've known them for nearly my whole life, and they threw the job at me. I'm like, well, okay, let's try it. Why not? Something different. I enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Manager, salesperson, detailer. Man, that sounds like a lot of responsibility. Give us a normal day for you here at Deka Motors.
Normal day, 8 a.m. I try to be here before 8 a.m. Because you never know. You have the older people like to come in and start looking and seeing what they want. I always do my payments, run my payments through the card reader, or start getting late calls. I try to, not hound people or harass them, but I still have to get my money on the end. But I also try to get just everything rolling, seeing what I need to do for the day, call about repairs on cars, status updates on repairs. Then Tuesdays we go to auction. So those days I'm out of office most of the day. I'm in Huntsville or Chattanooga or Knoxville, Birmingham, wherever we're going to auction, and I'm driving, bidding, purchasing, getting them lined up to get them hauled back. Just really depends on what the day of the week really. It changes every day.
Always something to do. Yes, sir. Well, why was Rainsville, Alabama chosen as the home for Deka Motors?
Highway 35, just really the traffic flow. Everybody's going to Scottsboro. Everybody's going to the high school up here. We're just, we're stone's throwing distance away from Plainview. So everybody sees us up here. This has been a car lot for many years. Definitely, we've done some improvements to the place. It was kind of a little bit run down, but we took care of that and just made it a more appealing place to come in and look and actually purchase a vehicle. And you're not so scared about, the high, tall grass around the cars and stuff. So we just definitely took care of all the maintenance just for the whole place. Very
cool. I do think it looks a lot nicer here than it did before. Y'all did a great job. Yes, sir. How has the public reception and turnout been since opening the doors here?
January 9th was our first official day opening, and I'll go ahead and tell you, the week before, I sold 8 cars. Just after hours doing painting, cleaning up, just setting up the computers and stuff. People were still coming in here and taking care of it because there's not really a lot of good, quote-unquote, buy here, pay here car lots. And, we just try to take care of our customers here. And, it's been great. It's been a blessing since we moved up here. I can't tell you anything that's been wrong at all. There's so much traffic flow, and you've got a lot of people not knowing that we were here. Then all of a sudden they're like, hey, we didn't know you were here. And then they come in, and that's the first time automobile buyer there. And we also get a lot of the word of mouth. The word of mouth's been really good. So that's what we try to keep a good name.
And that's just the word of mouth, like you said, keeping a good name. That's great. That means everybody's saying, hey, you get you a good car over there.
What we're trying to do.
Yes, sir. Car buying can seem stressful at times. What would you say separates Deka from the pack in order to make that process simpler?
To make it simpler, I try to sit down with each customer, because each customer's what they can afford and what they're looking for and the size of the vehicle and all that really determines on what their needs are and what they can afford, honestly. And I try to sit down and go over their budget with them a little bit, because we also got to factor in full coverage insurance since it is financed in the state of Alabama. So we have to go through all that to figure out what you can afford. And I don't want people to feel like they're struggling. I don't want to push anybody over their budget or make them have the late payments and all that, because it's going to, in the end, it will be a repossession. And we don't want to do that. We're trying to sell cars. I'm not a collector. I try to sell them. So that's basically what we do here.
Yes, sir. You're also the owner and founder of Mr. Clean Auto Spa. Is that something you're still doing? And regardless of the initial answer, how has that experience helped you here at Deka Motors?
Mr. Clean Auto Spa is still going. It's more of a hobby now. I just really kind of wore myself ragged on it because I pushed it so far. And it definitely has helped here with the customer service, just knowing how to treat people and treat people fairly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For as long as I've known you, you've always loved cars and helping people. How did that come about?
Mom and Dad both. They were just really into cars. Mom and Dad, we all restore vehicles. Like as a family, we get out there and we paint, work on motors. It's just something that I've came by, for years, and it's just kind of in my genes, I guess. Best way of putting it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What are the long-term goals, both for yourself and also for Deka Motors?
Well, for myself, I like to continue working for this company. The owners are great, pretty laid back. They just basically give me what I need and let me run it as it is my own. For Deka Motors, I like for us to start putting one in each town, start moving to Scottsboro and other places and start having other locations. That's the longevity of this business, is to just spiral it out to more locations to help people in other cities too. So that's what we're doing.
I understand. Are there any family members, friends, or coworkers that help you out that you'd like to shout out at this time?
I mean, you, Sam, you've always been a big supporter of Mr. Clean Auto Spa and all of my other endeavors. The owners here are great. They don't really like any kind of name, notoriety or anything like that, but they're great here. They always help me, the questions that I might have. I know a good bit, but I don't know it all, and I try to learn it all. But and just friends and family, everybody in the whole's been really good in pushing and sharing the photos and stuff when I post on social media. So that's definitely always helped.
I can do more of that. You put me on the spot. I really do appreciate it.
Sometimes you got to.
Thank you, Brendan. Thank you. What is the address for Deka Motors, and how can we get this process started?
It's 1851 Main Street East, Rainsville, Alabama. Just come in, sit down, talk to me, and we'll see where we can go from there. See how I can help you. I don't want to push anybody into a car that they can't afford. I'd rather, quote unquote, waste my time, as other salespeople would say. I'm not wasting time. I mean, you might not have what you're looking for right now today, but I can get it and get you in a comfortable payment plan as well too.
Yes, sir. Apart from putting money back into the community, which is always important, what is Deka Motors and yourself most proud of or looking forward to giving back to this community?
We've got some holiday endeavors going on that we've just kind of started talking about. Holidays is a stressful time, and there's a lot of people in this local community that struggle, and that's just the best way of putting it. And we're thinking about adopting a family for the holiday season and just make their holidays a little bit brighter. And I also been thinking about a couple ways of doing, like maybe a can donation or something like that, and do something with car payments or something like that. Knock a little bit off by donation of canned goods to help our local, food shelters and stuff like that. Because I don't want anybody to go hungry. I mean, I'm fat. I like to eat. Well, we all like to eat. Yes, so, but that's what we're really doing here, is trying to help the community in a whole.
That's the good stuff, Brandon. Brandon, thank you again for your time, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'm Sam McAlpin, and that's been my time today with Brandon Wade Haygood of Deka Motors in beautiful Rainsville, Alabama. For those of you watching along, thank you again, and don't forget, you heard it through the grapevine. Y'all have a great day.